So just like feel normal and don't be confusing about recording and so on. Just like do what you want.
Oh.
And it's going to happen. For number three, always read the question carefully. He said to complete. And so we need to read first.
Oh. Do I read it out loud?
You can read in silence to help your brain.
Okay.
Now, what do you think?
I'm not sure, honestly.
So let's find the way of thinking. What kind of word here? It's adjective. What does it describe? It describes the flare. Yes or no? Yes, it describes the flare. So what is described in the text about which word? Antecedent means it happens before. Yes or no? Because ante means before. Did you study the Latin root? Here ante means before. So is the flare happens before? Or he said the sun's corona provides an advance indication of solar. And he said solar flares. So this means it happens before. Do you see? That means the flare happens before or after. Do you understand? Oh. Let's find something. Let's find the wrong answers first. Did he describe the flare is harmful? Not harmful because noxious means harmful. In means not harmful. So did he describe that? Is it harmful or not?
He said it's harmful because it can affect the telecommunications on Earth. I think so.
So this means it's harmful. How did you know?
Yeah.
Hmm. So you posted that it interferes with telecommunications.
Earth.
All right, but he said it preceding a flare. So before a flare, the corona temporarily exhibits increased brightness above the region where the flare is what is going to happen. It comes before. But why not? It's not harmless. Focus here, it's not about harmful or not. You see it? And the writer did not say directly it is harmful, but he said it can interfere with the communications. Yes or no?
Yeah.
If so, it's not letter C. Now something else. Here means harmless. It does not harm. But you guessed it can interfere with this, so it means harm. Yeah, I mean like that. This is one means harmless. but from the content we can guess it harmful. So see, it's opposite. Yes or no?
Yeah.
So C is wrong. Now perpetual. What means perpetual? Perpetual, as you know, permanent. Keeps for a long time. So we can see lasting, fleeting, permanent, keeps for a long time. Okay, but it does not make sense. Yes or no? We don't have anything to say it happens for a long time or never ending. Do you know it? Because he said the flare exists at the same time as the advance indication. Yes or no?
Yeah.
So it does not make sense. It will keep for a long time or forever or never ending. Now we are confusing between A and B. You know antecedent. What means antecedent? It means
It
perfect.
happens like before.
But a flare would precede the appearance of brightness of corona. But must be not antecedent. So here it must be not A. No problem. We're going to later discuss everything. So impending means imminent, approaching, is coming, is going to happen. So why not? Let's try number 4. Complete again. Let's read.
To demonstrate the integrity of underground metal pipes can be assessed without unearthing the pipes. Engineer Aroba, Salim, and colleagues linked the tendency of some metals' internal magnetic fields to alter under stress. The team showed that such alternations can be measured from a distance and can reveal concentrations of stress in the pipes. I think it's A, hypothesized. No.
You can think in structure. Engineer, blah, blah, blah. All right, whatever the name is, and the colleagues. So Arab Salim and the colleagues, what did they do to demonstrate the integrity of the hypothesized? You know, hypothesized just like the guessed, they assumed, guessed, but not proved. But how? He said the team showed.
It's not hypothesized.
It was
Mistake.
not A, correct. Now, discounted, and what means that they discounted the tendency of some metals. And what means discounted?
Like deduct an amount from something.
They
Or like
don't
took out of the option. Like took it out. Cut it out. Something.
It can be, but discounted here means that they ignored, they downplayed. You know the downplay?
Yeah.
Downplay just like you ignore something, you don't care about it. You see? You know when we
got it as
you can see
like
this or disregard. Disregard, for example. You see? So that is they ignored how they wanted to demonstrate, to explain, and they showed and they studied and they made, and already they reveal concentration of stress. They found it. Yes, and so they showed this fact, they concluded. How did they this concept is opposite? So we found the two answers opposite to what is supported. طب redefined again. Yes, the following information, it doesn't mean that they redefine or redress or restudy or do anything. So it's not about definition or redefinition again. But exploited, what means exploited? To employ,
like make a use thing.
to make use. So they use information, you know, to prove something. And that is the point. They used all the skills, all the available to prove something. So to demonstrate that, to prove that, to explain that, they studied this, they used this information. So letter D related. That's why. That's great. Yeah, good job. Let's try number 5.
I think it's C, rationalize.
Letter C. Let's make away all of these verbs. Find the subject, find the object. To do what with this situation? So, to do what with this situation? That means this is the situation. Because he said this. So, to do what with this? It's necessary to actively recruit subjects, people. As you know, recruit is to hire some people, ask them to do something. Subjects, people from diverse, different backgrounds and the locations. To do what with this situation? To rationalize, to give reasons. So I think it does not make sense because, rationalize to means explain, means justify, but, it's necessary to recruit subject, but we need to do what? Let's find wrong answers. What means a sanction? Sanction has two meanings. To give official approval for something, or to enact a penalty, to punish. But how can I say to punish this situation? Does not make sense. Or to find approval for situation. We're not talking about that we need approval from the people or not. So it's wrong. To give reasons for the situation, it's necessary to recruit. No, we need to ameliorate. And what means ameliorate? That is the point.
Make something better.
To make something better, that is. So we can say to help find the remedy, cure, solution to something, or to improve. Because that is. So to improve the situation and find the solution for it. That means here we have a problem. We need to prove something. Yes. And what's that? It's a good. Despite the generalization about human behavior they have produced, many studies of behavioral psychology have used highly unrepresentative subject pools. What said students at the colleges and universities where researchers are employed. Okay, بس احنا to prove something we need a lot of people from different backgrounds and locations, not only from university. So if you want to prove an idea about society, you should make it in many countries, in many cities, from different kinds of people, not only for colleges and students. Even so, to improve the idea here, to find strong evidence, it's necessary to do that. So it's not to give reasons for that. Even so, this is not a reason for that. What means postulate? Do you remember?
I give a theory.
To give theory, to suggest a claim, or to suggest a theory that is right. But here, it just like to give a theory. To give a theory about that, it's necessary to? No. You see, so it does not make sense. So letter D is wrong. So ameliorate means to help find remedy or to improve a situation. So letter B is the best answer. So later, inshallah, when you read a lot, you will find a lot. Okay. Now for number 6. Let's read the question first. The main purpose of the text. Let's read.
I think it's D, to explain why the narrator thinks she might make the basketball team.
So we would like to make it D. But why not A?
Because they're only comparing in the text.
Because there is any comparisons between basketball and other sports, all of it about something else. And we don't find anything about other sports, so no comparison in the text. Details about how to play, it's not an
No.
how to play. To state, to prove how players will be chosen. We don't have any information, the method or the process of choosing.
Mm.
It's wrong. But here we have why the narrator think she is ready. Because the narrator already said I. And I. He said, okay, I'm little, of course, but quick, wiry, and tough. Yes or no? And the others are talking. I can do it. And I can dodge under their feet and grab the ball quickly. So this means the narrator is qualified. This means the narrator is correct. That is a good catch. Let's try the next. Always read the question first. The main purpose again. And let's read. If you find any difficult word, tell me to illustrate it to you.
Okay. I think it's B.
You think it's B or you are sure it's B?
Think.
So you think it is to explain what? Spanish newspapers thrived. And what means thrived?
As mentioned, like flourished or like survived somehow.
Survived, and it has IV. So survived means continued, flourished, improved, developed, became in mass production, and that is. And did he say that the newspapers thrived, especially in this one? Yes, the year produced 22 newspapers and has always a large population of Spanish speakers, so they can read the newspapers in Spanish language, right? And already he mentioned newspaper flourished in many. So yes, but why not A? But
Because it wasn't comparing anything.
there's only comparison between these newspapers and the newspapers published before or after. All of them about this is in Spanish language newspapers. Yes or no?
Yeah.
That is, and there is no any information about that newspapers influenced the ones published in. There is no in about this newspapers controlled other ones or not. So that is. So letter C not supported. That's perfect. Now letter B is correct. Let's try it. It's a function of this question. Yeah, this is a question you have studied GPA for grade 8, just like the writer use it. But let's check all the answers. But let's read very quickly first.
I'm not really sure, but I think it's C.
So why do you think it's C?
I don't know.
So your heart is, your mind said that? Sorry. So you think it's C, but there are any reasons why is wrong?
Uh,
Because the underlined does not have any contrast or comparison between conditions in this desert and the other desert. It's only about this desert. So the comparison, that just means it is wrong. All right. The underlined explain why many life forms cannot survive. Um, does not make sense because the reason here why the anthropologists it choose this desert specifically to do research and experiments. It's not about many life forms survive or not, not supporting the underlined. Remember, he said the function of the underlined only, not all of it.
like in the text, yeah.
Uh-huh. Now, to describe certain limitations to conducting this opposite, because it's limitation, disadvantages, shortages, drawbacks. Gives the underline give why this desert is specific qualified. So letter D is wrong because of this word. That's why. Here we have why, yes. And to conduct research, yes. And already said by because directly we have you. That is great. Yeah, that's a good hand. Perfect. Now let's go to read.
Okay.
Now let's try together.
Okay, I think it's either I think it's C. Yeah, I'm not really sure though.
So you think it's relatively sure? Why not B?
Because it doesn't explain anything. It doesn't explain that anything is challenging to influencer stuff.
Let's prove together why B correct and why C is wrong. Let's try. The underlined
Oh.
doesn't illustrate, explain, and claim that a characteristic associated with high transit in is not associated with high transit. There is irreducible.
Oh,
That
it
is
is association.
if a characteristic is subject and verb. And here explain why it's challenging to influence only by altering. And that is right, as mentioned before. So as he mentioned, system features do affect, and that it is to influence. You know, influence means this, right? So it proves. And of course, it's not an objection into the argument of, but it's okay, it is wrong. And very good try. Number 10, the overall structure. You have studied in your grade 8 and 7 the structure of any text. What is explained first? For example, the first sentence, what is explained? The second one, what is explained? You know, and the last one, how does it made? You know, so that means the first one could be the topic sentence, the second one could be the
Oh,
consequences or specific details. So how the writer is made. So now let's find one by one. It describes a phenomenon that scientists do not fully understand. Let's try. Changes.
to vegetation over the other. Human activities influence carbon and nitrogen levels in the soil. Through how deep these effects extend is unclear. Hypothesizing the differences in land use lead to differences in carbon and nitrogen levels that are not restricted to the topsoil layer, which is 0 to 30 centimeters deep. Shoot.
Yeah, let me help you to answer the problem. This is the beginning. Is the first sentence or the beginning of the first two describes a phenomenon that scientists do not fully understand? They don't have any mention in the first sentence or in the second to say that scientists do not understand. And it does not describe a phenomenon at all. Found it?
Mhm.
But it could be a phenomenon, something came. As you know, phenomena, something came into existence. It was not before and we don't understand it. But they didn't mention that. They need to know how these effects extend is unclear. So how deep these effects extend is unclear, but they want to know that. So it does not support the structure means what is described first, what is described second. Now, is the first sentence introduces an unresolved scientific question? Maybe. Yes or no? Yes. And they said unresolved means they want to know. Yes, of
Like it's not old, yeah.
course, like so how deep? But wait, after that presents a research team hypothesis, yes.